of the publishing persuasion, of the publishing persuasion. Well, welcome everyone to Of the Publishing Persuasion. I'm Angela Montoya, and I'm here with Melanie Schubert. Melanie Schubert, how are you today? What are your earrings, by the way?
Yeah. They're mismatched. One is a
Ah,
buxom pear wench, and
yes,
I
we
did
love
have
her.
a buxom lemon wench with some lemon titties, but I lost her. So I've
Oh,
mismatched it with this like little clown pearl.
very nice. Very cute. Very cute. I love her. Them both. Love them both.
Yeah, I want to get her partner back, but I don't know if you can just buy one, and they weren't cheap. They were like an art, it was like some local artist, and
Ah,
kind of was like in a spoil myself mood. And so now I'm like, I don't know if I want to buy a whole set again. So mismatched, but I tend to wear mismatched anyway, so
yeah, it's cute. Yeah, you can't, I guess you can't just go to the artist and be like, "Do you have the lemon titties?"
right. I mean, I could try. She's local. Sell me
Could.
one. It could happen.
One lemon titty, please.
Have a titty, please. Yeah, you liked these last time. I was gonna send you
I
some
do.
bucks and
Yeah.
fairy wenches.
You know
Anyway.
what? Save it. Save the money and find your lemon titties, you know? Invest in yourself.
I think we both need lemon and cherry titties, you know? It's just the world
Yeah,
we
you're
live in.
right.
We deserve
It's
that.
true. We do. We really do. Yes. Well, Melanie, how are you? What have you been up to?
Well, I'm home, so that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, just it was so nice chatting with Maithree and just like, yeah, remembering that like if like when I have energy to spare, there's like cool people in Melbourne to like, I think because for so long I had like such wisps of energy, and then I kind of didn't find quite the right communities initially in my writing voyage. I just like not gave up. I just redirected the energy into places it felt more worthwhile. Um,
Yeah.
but then yeah, obviously Katya adopted me. And like she's always kind of dragging me along to things, and it's been nice, and just slowly meeting more people and being like, wait, there is a growing community here that like I feel part of, you know? Um,
Yeah.
so yeah, I think when the energy allows, it's been like an especially tumultuous season, as you know. But
Hmm.
I really wanted to make it to Michaela's, but I wasn't even anywhere near to go. So alas, and I really wanted Emma. Emma was here for like a library chat, and I wanted to go so bad, but I just was way too far away in the end.
Yeah.
But she
You,
comes quite
you read
often.
Emma's book?
I fucking love Emma's book. I was
Yeah.
gonna do a whole rave about it. I can't believe I haven't yet. Have I
Yes,
not
let's get
raved
on it.
about this book yet?
You have not yet. No.
Oh
Please
my
rave
God. Can
on.
I like grab it for a second because the cover's
Yes.
beautiful.
Because I remember you saying you wanted to rave about it, and then I think we got, probably distracted with other whatever we talk about on here. And but I remember you wanting to rave.
Yeah, well,
So rave on.
I got semi-doxed online, and then I had like panic and fled. So I
Oh,
kind of
that
forgot.
thing. That's right.
I kind of forgot about some stuff. This is
Yeah.
the book When Sleeping Women Wake, and yes, I was in your DMs raving about this. Yeah, let me just collect my thoughts from like, when I read it, and I'm
Take it
hugging
in.
this book because it's just like it's such a like feminine raw, but also like I don't know, like a song you'd sing at a funeral as well. There's something mournful in it as well about like the suffering of women and their power
Mm.
when they rise up. There's so much like, oh my God. So it like touches on these three women who are like, oh fuck, I'm gonna fuck it up now. They're in
Yeah,
Hong
read us
Kong.
the synopsis. Okay.
Okay, yeah, let's read the synopsis. 1941, the wealthy Tang family has settled in Hong Kong after fleeing Shanghai. I was right. As the first wife of the family, Mingzhu leads a glamorous but lonely existence, overseeing her daughter Qiang's education and directing their household of servants, including their longtime confidant Biu. When the Japanese invade the island, the three women's paths wildly diverge. Mingzhu is coerced into serving an enemy captain, and Qiang and Biu suffer brutal factory work until an encounter with the East River Column resistance fighters separates them. As war rages around them, each woman holds on to the hope the others are alive, but can they support the resistance and still find their way back to each other? I probably butchered
Mm.
the names, unfortunately, but on the spot, that was the best I could do. But I just, the powerful threads of each woman's story and just like, yeah, the way she captured like each one on their own personal arc, having this awakening and just like kind of like the heavy part is like just thinking about and stepping into the shoes of like women that had far less rights and have been in way like worse situations. But there's such a power in it too as well when they like finally like rise up and take action in the ways they can. It's so it's so inspiring and so it's just like one of those books that like kind of stays with you and like you just, yeah, you remember how grateful you are for the rights we do have now and how important it is to like still speak up and like fight for, yeah, the continued, progression and, the voice of women to be heard, you know what I mean? And to step into our power and I fucking am obsessed with this book. Like it's really a masterpiece. So pick it up When Sleeping Women Wake by Emma Payan.
Yeah.
It's just one of those. I feel like they'll teach this in school. Like it's one of those ones where it just really touches on some critical, just human stuff and just like I think like war is so ugly but I think it can be hard for people to think about it or like to you just want to like move on. But I think it's like so critical that we read about some like the atrocities that have happened so we don't repeat it, And I
Yeah.
think
Yes.
this is one of those books that just like shows you, she does such a great job of showing you the humanity on both sides. Like I remember there's one point in the book where she asks one of the soldiers and she's just like kind of like what do you like, do you think that this was the best way that like Japan could share their whatever their bounty with? Do you think like you're achieving what you set out to do?
Mm.
And it's like, which I think, yeah, that whole mindset and the way people are controlled to do these horrible things. But yeah, like fair warning, it goes like pretty dark because as we know, like women have been, especially during war times, like the
Mm.
comfort stations, like we all can imagine that that happens, but like that was hard to read about the women that were like just stolen for the comfort stations. But so important. So important for people to remember and the overall thing is like, I think what's the when sleeping women wake, mountains move, I think it says one of my favorite quotes.
Mm.
Again, I'm probably butchering it.
But just that line is spectacular. Oh my God.
Oh yeah. Oh bitch, I nailed it. When sleeping women wake, mountains move. What a goddess I am.
Good.
I give myself that. Oh, and this was one of my other favorite quotes. Blah, blah. She knew her daughter had developed feelings for Hiroshi, and even though Mingzhu had always warned her against forming relationships with the Japanese, the occupation had taught her that bad and good people come in many forms. Race was just a weapon that evil forces used to split societies apart. And I was
Damn. Yeah.
big, yeah. Anyway, I could go on. I could go
Emma
on
was
and on.
working. She was working in this book.
She was
Dang.
working,
Okay.
and yeah, I can't recommend it enough. I just
Ugh.
gobbled it up. I wept. I felt moved. Really powerful.
Okay. I'm here for it. Good. I'm glad you finally got to tell us to get
Yeah.
this off your chest because I know
Thank you
you
for reminding me.
no. It needed to be reminded. It needed to be talked about. Okay, so today, um, so for like for 5 days only. Have you heard of Hadestown? It's a
No.
musical. Okay. So it's a musical that I always see people post about that they love, that they, have seen, blah blah blah. But I've never like I've heard the music and the music's always really, really good. Um, I'm just not like I'm not a Greek mythology girly. Like I just
Okay.
thank you. Thank you. I know it. I understand Greek mythology, but I'm not like if something's like, oh, Greek mythology, I'm not like,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
I'm not an expert. But anyway, so I like Hadestown um is this musical and it's like a take on Greek mythology. Um so Alicia, my daughter, was like, "Hey, they did like a pro shot of it, like a live, shot of the play, and it's in theaters. Like, let's go see it finally, because we both have been wanting to see it." So I was like, "Yes." So we went, and I kid you not, Melanie, I think I am like my life has been changed today.
Oh,
It
okay.
was it was just so good, and the talent, the absolute like power of these voices and the acting and the story, every single fucking thing about this that we went to go see was perfection. And like the whole time I just had like tears in my eyes, just especially when you hear like the main actress, like her sort of like battle cry, like her voice and the tears coming out of her eyes as she's singing this thing. And I was just like, oh, yeah. Like like it just gave me a whole another like whole depth of appreciation for storytelling and for actors and for singers and for authors and
Mm.
playwrights, like to put their heart, souls, and guts out there for the world to critique and judge and fall in love with and do whatever. But like literally for that 2.5 hours, I was sitting there just like,
Imagine.
damn.
Yeah.
I was so emotional because I was just like, damn, stories are so amazing. And I was just like, wait, this is
Yeah.
actually like it was just kind of and then I like I was having a whole moment while I was watching this because of like I'm in revisions for my book right now. And you just like when you're in it, you're always kind of thinking like, oh, this is so hard. Like this is like really, really tough. And it is, but but like it's really a beautiful thing to be able to put a story out into the world and like to make people feel something. And I was just like I was having a whole moment of like, wait a minute, this is actually what I was like made like this is my purpose. This is the thing that like makes my heart feel alive.
Yeah.
And it was kind of just this moment of like it's a honor, like it really is like a blessing to be able to get to tell stories. And so I was just having a moment, girl. I was just out sitting there like legs up in the recliner, just like air conditioning, feeling it, like sobbing, like
Aircon
and
drying the tears onto your face.
yes, dabbing them. Yeah, it was just so freaking good. I think,
I'm just
yeah,
picturing you
I just-
sobbing and throwing popcorn like popcorn
yes,
just flies.
just oh God, just throwing it in the air. It was just so damn good. Oh, anyway, so it just gave me it just I think reminded me
Mm,
of how cool it is to get to be a storyteller.
yeah.
And also like what Maithree was saying, although, you'll hear it later on when we have her on, like storytelling isn't it is not like necessarily saving a life or like it's not this like we're not doctors or dentists. We're not you know what I mean? So it's like it kind of takes the pressure off of like I don't have to I don't know where I'm going with that one, but really it's just like storytelling is so cool. And
Mm.
I think I keep forgetting that it is because I keep getting stuck in the mindset of like this is so hard,
Well,
you
you've been
know?
working like almost nonstop for a long time, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it would be hard to not, and I definitely have those moments too that like I think it's hard to like chase this as a career in terms of like how much we have to put into it. and to then also I think it will be an ongoing thing to remind ourselves the joy of it. And I think it's an
Hmm.
essential practice to remember the joy of it because that's what brought us here in the first place. But yeah, I think in the process of making it a career, that can be stolen
Yeah,
from you by the process because
that's
there's
so
so
freaking
much
true.
required of us, so
Yep.
much required, so much no, so much waiting, so much like unknowns. And yeah, I think that those moments like what you've had, that's it. It kind of reminds you that like, and I think that's why art is so important, and that's why like, over history, like regimes tried to like stifle art and burn books and ban books and whatever.
Mm.
That art awakens you and reminds you that like you are your own person, that you are free in like in whatever situation you are, like you have hopefully some choices. I guess some people don't, which is why I'm like having the caveat. Um, but yeah, like people that want to control society don't want people to remember that. They don't want them to learn that. They don't want them to be a free agent that like has questions and is moved by everyone else. They want you to be afraid and hateful and narrow-minded because it's so much easier to control people that way. But art is what reminds us like how human we all are, how fragile, how like brave, how wild and inexplicable it all is. And when you have an artist that captures that in a way that speaks to so many that you can be moved to tears, it's like that's the juice. Like that's it. It's like, in my opinion, like what really matters, and I think that's why art is like, I would argue that art in some ways, like obviously you need your like main physical needs met, but in terms of like your inner being, like it can and does save lives and change lives and like yeah, people like feeling seen as a human like can like absolutely save a life. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's true. And
Yeah.
you just feel connected to other humans and like
Yeah.
the whole bit. And I think that's a beautiful thing too. But I think, no, I'm not, I think I'm going to keep losing the string of thought.
No, it's okay. I can
Because
wait for you to like thread it out. Thread it out. I'm patient.
no, because what you like what Maithree said was like, how she was kind of saying that like I know I get so overwhelmed with how hard writing a book is, but what's harder actually is like extracting a tooth, because she works in dentistry.
Gotcha.
And I think it's like it's such a practical mindset too,
Gotcha. Gotcha.
because yes, like obviously art really can touch a soul and change a person forever, like Hadestown did to me today.
Mhm.
However, we don't have someone's hand like life physically in our hands. And
Yeah.
so at the end of the day, we're it's not as stressful as maybe I'm making it out to be for myself, where I'm like, if I
Gotcha.
don't write the most amazing book, everything is someone's life can be affected. It's not really. Maybe my life will be, but not, a reader's necessarily. But yeah, there are things that are maybe scarier than writing. And that would be being a dentist or a doctor.
Yeah.
Like,
It does sound pretty scary. Yeah, you don't have a scalpel in your hand.
yeah,
Just like some good dad jokes and like,
that's it.
a few
That's
wild
it.
girls. Yeah, sorry, I was here trying to pep talk you out of despair, and you're just like, girl, I just like, I'm just saying,
No,
I'm
because
not
I didn't
operating on a
explain it.
brain.
Yeah, I didn't explain it well. I got lost in my thoughts and they wandered away.
No,
They drifted off, and
we
that's,
got there
it
though.
happens.
We got
We
there.
got there. We did. We did indeed. Yes.
I am also reading this, which is a masterpiece.
Oh, yeah. The
Lovely Loretta
lustrous dark.
Chef Shawnee's book, The Lustrous Dark. And oh my God, I
Yeah.
feel like this is one of
Oh,
my
yeah.
own, I feel like I must have a couple, but that sprayed edge is wild. So reading that, and I did actually in the episode I just dropped, I very chaotically mentioned an opportunity that's come my way, and I actually wound up deleting it from that episode because it was actually like
Uh-huh.
the last minute of what we said, and I was trying to squeeze it in. I couldn't remember half of what it is. So this is
Okay.
going to be the first time you hear it.
Yes, lay it on us. Tell us about something very fun and exciting that you have planned
That's
or
it.
going on.
Well, I believe it's getting announced officially tomorrow.
Oh,
Yes, so I hear. But the reason I'm holding up Lovely Loretta's book is, yeah, she reached out to me to like possibly see if I was interested in becoming a mentor for a new mentorship called Right to Empower, which, yeah, like I'm actually obsessed with what they're doing. Like it's to literally like help authors kind of like write through their trauma, about their trauma. And yeah, I guess because I'm very like open about my journey with anxiety, religious trauma, panic attacks, and all of that, family trauma. um, I guess she felt like, I may be interested, and she was absolutely right. So yes, I'm going to be a mentor for Right to Empower, which yeah, should be announced tomorrow. And yeah, I'm excited.
yeah.
I'm ex
Do you know what it entails? Like, what will you be mentoring? Like, is it like a full book or manuscript or what is it?
it's just
Okay.
for a portion, like a small portion, which is why I did commit to doing three mentees for better or worse.
Yeah.
But I've always been good with small chunks. I'll be honest with you. If it was for a full book, like Pitch Wars, mentorships, I would have been, one would have been more than enough on top of everything else I've committed to doing this year. But I was like, okay, for like intro portion of a book, I think I could manage three if three people sign up. But yeah, I'm really excited about it. I'm really honored that she thought of me. I think I had like a bunch of imposter syndrome about it. Like it's hard not to sometimes be like, oh, but my trauma's not like other people's. Like maybe it's not. How would I help somebody or whatever? And I was even just like gaslighting myself about like, oh, do I really include like my trauma in my work that much? I was just like
Mm.
overthinking it. But like when I actually look back, even Jingle These Bells, I like has
Hmm.
just trauma in it. And it was like kind of an imagining of like if I hadn't deconstructed from my religious upbringing, like, and I was just waking up at like 60, what it would look like. And I was like, oh yeah, and like even same with my horror stuff, like it does wind up in all my characters, and I think yeah, and that's part of the mentorship. Like it's not necessarily like um that you have to inspire authors either to like specifically write about their trauma. Like they may not want to write about their trauma, you know? They may want to write
Yeah.
in a way where it's like an escape for them. So it's kind of like, yeah, just kind of working with the author to bring about their unique writing voice in a way that like yeah, does showcase like their experience or like their freedom from it or whatever. So yeah, I mean, I can read the little thing she sent me.
Yeah.
So yeah, like her initial pitch to me was that it's a mentorship program grounded in the belief that storytelling can transform trauma and grief into empowerment for writers and readers off the ground. So Right to Empower envisions a world where stories help individuals reclaim their voices. Through this mentorship, we'll pair published writers, we're counting Jingle These Bells, with emerging or
And
aspiring
your
authors.
anthology
I
pieces, mind you, Miss Ma'am. Okay.
I know. With emerging or aspiring authors to support the development of projects that align with the mission. So yeah, I'm really excited to do it. Hope I can like do it justice and excited to work with my future mentees.
Oh, your baby mentees. Like I'm gonna be like a little auntie. I'm gonna be like
I know.
shouting them out. That's awesome.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens. I mean, I don't have mentees yet, so we'll you never know. They might be like, who's this atheist? Like, whatever. Um, but yeah.
Gosh. No, that's awesome. I love this. You know, I've been missing like a mentorship program of, you know what I mean? Like I
Yeah.
know that there's a few, but there just isn't enough. We need more and more. So I think this is super awesome, honestly. And like a good thing to be a part of too. So that's freaking
Yeah.
epic.
I think that's
Yes.
it. Like Pitch Wars, for all the ups and downs of it, it really was transformative. And just like, it's so easy to forget where we are now, how like much of a wild, vacant desert it can seem when you first start out alone without any idea of the community and whatever. So yeah, I
Yeah.
do feel like really good about being like part of a mentorship because I know how much it meant to me to be part of one. So yeah,
Hmm.
very honored
Hmm.
that Loretta thought of me, and like, her book is so beautiful. Like she's really, it's such a magical, lush world, and like such an interesting voice. The magic is really fascinating, and yes, again, similar to Emma, she's really woven in these deep, like themes that just like resonate so much with me. So love it. Pick that one up, The Lustrous Dark. I'm just here actually recommending books for once. She's
I
been
know.
reading. She's
She's
been
been
reading.
reading. But isn't it like, because I've been doing a lot of audiobooks, and what I do is I just kind of sit and I play like solitaire and I listen to them. I love solitaire, okay? I love a solitaire moment. So yes, yes, I'm a solitaire queen. But I've been listening to like a ton of audiobooks and playing my solitaire or doing chores or whatever. And it just feels like so good to be listening to stories again. I really want to try and get into like physically reading again. And I think honestly, because I have pulled back from social media and I just kind of feel like not much of a desire, to be honest, to like even really be on it, like interacting or like I scroll through reels, but I don't even really do mu like I don't like I'll hit likes or like give fire emojis to like friends I see on there, but I don't really feel this like pull to be on social media. And it
Yeah,
really like when you don't feel that pressure to be on there, you kind of start not missing it that much, which is also kind of scary because I know we have to be on there for the job or whatever, but I really just don't miss it. And I've been listening to my audiobooks, playing my solitaire. I've been watching like good shows. I'm still on my Baywatch era. Like I've been like I've been living and honestly it just feels so nice
yeah.
to not be doing the social media stuff as much.
I agree with you wholeheartedly. Like I've also been very like ghost on there. And like I think also, I don't know if it's helpful to you, but I do remind myself all the time, we literally like talk with a new person in our industry every week, dedicate like an hours of our life to doing the podcast. Like, and that's always slowly growing and building our community. And honestly, I think that those people are way more likely to actually go into the shop. And I just saw lovely Sarah, bless her, our longtime listener, Sarah. Shout out, Sarah. You're just
Yeah.
like a fucking angel. Like, I think maybe our listeners don't realize, like, we're a small homegrown podcast. Like, I think our listeners might not realize how much it means to us when they're like, hey, she was looking out for Carnival Fantastico and she found it in
Yes.
Australia and then sent us a DM. And I was just like, girl, like, it fucking means the world to us. Like, and I just think that's so much more. I think, yeah, we can let ourselves off the hook
Mm.
a bit because you're always doing events. Think about when you meet people IRL. Those are the people buying your books. Those are the people like actually connecting with you, and they don't expect you to like show up every day with a funny reel that's gonna entertain them for 5 seconds and then they move on. Like, I do think that all the stuff you're doing are like the social media is fun when it's fun, and I'm not denying it. It's powerful in its own way. But I think yeah, we're doing enough aside from
Yeah.
that. And you did hustle with social media for so long, which is why you have such a lovely online community. But I think yeah, I also think like unfortunately social media has like shat where it ate with all the AI and stuff and all the
Ugh.
like bombarding us with news constantly. Like it's not really a fun place to be a lot of the time.
Yeah.
And
So
the
many
expect
ads. They get me every time.
Okay, the ads is wild. Did you know?
Yeah.
I actually like when I took a major break from social media and I one day I was like, oh, I'll just look at a few cute reels, but I don't want to be bombarded by the algo. So I just went into the search feature. I was like, that looks fun. And I clicked on it, watched it, click out. I was like, that looks cute. And I clicked like one by one.
Oh,
After about 5 or 10 reels, do you know what it did?
what?
It's like your ad is loading and it interrupted my reel midway to push an ad onto me
What?
because I wasn't scrolling and I wasn't getting ads. It's happened to me 3 times when I've done this that I'll be mid-reel and mid-reel it will force an ad into the reels. And I was like, fuck that, I don't need it that much and I click out. I'm like, fine.
I did not know that because I've never done the click watch a video.
Yeah.
Damn.
I was just like super overstimulated and I didn't want to be bombarded with like, here's a funny goat. Here's like a child dying. Here's like a
Yes.
reel about atheism. Here's a reel about this beautiful place and this wonderful food you could eat. Like the whiplash of the change when I'm overstimulated is not okay. So I was just like
Yeah.
picking them by sight. I was like, okay, I just want this vibe today. And I wanted to try train my algo back to not being you know, what it is now. But yeah, so they'll force an ad into your middle of your reel if you're not doing it. So yeah, I think
Damn.
that way, it's probably a valid. I know we've chat to Inez as well about this, and like, shout out Inez, another one of our
Loving
beautiful
as.
community who's just like always
Yeah.
so supportive and yeah, like makes it feel so worthwhile doing this. But yeah, she
Yeah.
was like also saying that like she's pulled back from social media. And I do think like a lot of it is because it just hasn't become what it like it used to be a fun space where we could just share what we were doing and connect with other authors. But there's like a lot of expectation, a lot of ads, all this AI shit that I have zero that like you said the other week about like sometimes you'll see something, you'll laugh and you're like, wait, that goat wouldn't be in the middle of the ocean on a surfboard and
Yes.
that wave looks too big, you know?
And I always feel so mad when I realize that it's AI. I'm
Me
like,
too.
am I my grandmother?
Yeah.
No offense, grandma, but like, I'm
No, I feel
I'm
the
like, I should
same.
know.
So I think it's valid that we've all pulled back a bit and like, yeah. And I think maybe we all needed it. Like if I'm really honest, I think it has been a little bit of an addiction for me, social media. So,
Hmm.
and I
Yeah.
absolutely have been reading physical books again, and I can
I
confirm
love
it's
that.
just as magical as it was. But I've had to retrain my attention span. Like,
I love this for you, for all of
yeah,
us.
for all of us, I think we
Yes.
needed it. I'm still very pro if anybody wants to make like a writing specific Instagram type thing, like pre-AI. Pre-AI, no
Hmm.
ads, just like what it was when it started out, I'd still
Yeah.
be
Get to
so
work
here
on
for
that, Melanie. Get to
that.
work on that.
Yeah. I've already taken on enough. I've taken on enough this year, building my own algorithms. Like I love that the faith you have in me.
Create
My
a whole new
brain.
app for us, please.
Yeah, I'll get onto that.
Yeah.
I'll do it as soon as you do it.
Okay. Yep, then someday, someday.
We've gone on so many side quests. How have you been? I know you had like a super cool event recently, right?
Yeah, I went to a Stanford University on Thursday,
Oh, she's
and
learned.
that was really cool. Yeah. Yeah. My alma mater. Just kidding. Um, no, so yeah, one of the booksellers there, she's seen me at different events, and so she invited me to come down for like, just a book conversation and signing. And it was really, really cool.
Yeah.
It's just cool to be down there, and I love Stanford. Like the university is just like gorgeous. The area is gorgeous. Like so it
I
was really,
love
really
that.
fun.
I love trotting
Yeah.
about old universities. They're so lovely.
Yes. Yeah, I love it because that's where I went to see BTS. So, it was extra
Was
memories as
it?
well.
That's
Yeah,
so random.
I know.
Like a
Yeah.
big state, I guess there would be big stadiums there.
Yeah, it was their their football,
Mm.
American football, their stadium there. So, yeah, it was really, really good. It was obviously it's BTS. So,
Absolutely. Before I go on too many more side quests, I want to read the bio. So today we had on the amazing Maithree Wijesekara, who is an Australian Sri Lankan author based in Melbourne, graduating with a master's degree in dentistry in 2021. She splits her time between telling people to please brush their teeth and writing stories inspired by the fantastical and the real world. When she isn't writing, you can find her attempting to finish her never-ending TBR pile and ingesting unhealthy amounts of coffee. If given the chance, she will slip in a mention of her dearly departed Labrador during conversation. Oh my God. Adorable.
Yes.
Oh,
She,
sweetheart.
I know. I don't know what to say after that. Like,
That was beautiful.
yeah. She honestly is great. She is so like smart and I loved everything she had to say. Her books are freaking gorgeous to behold. So I'm definitely getting myself some copies because like I was shocked how
Yeah,
pretty those covers are. So yeah,
gorgeous.
I'm really excited.
I'm excited. I'm excited to expand my Melbourne community and yeah, just get out there. Maybe.
Get out there. Yeah, maybe.
What are you
You'll
up to
do it.
this
You'll get
week?
out there.
Mostly revisions?
Yep, that's the plan. That is the hardcore plan. We're just getting in there,
Diving
revising The Immortal Undoing.
in.
I really love the book. I haven't sent it to you,
No.
but you know what? I got to revise first, and then I'll send
As
it to you.
soon as you revise it, unless you want eyes on it before, but
Oh,
maybe when
maybe can I send you the first 8 chapters?
I'd fucking love that. You know
Because they
that the
want me to
first
like,
chapters are that's where I do my
good.
best work.
I would love to send you those because they want me to try to like condense, but I just don't know where because everything I wrote had to be in there. So,
You're
but yeah,
looking at the right person, the underwriter
good.
of the century, who
Yeah,
needs to
yeah.
double her fucking word count, her page count for her graphic novel. So I'm a correct person. I'll go through there with my Australian whippersnipper and chop out what you don't need.
Perfect. Okay, it's a deal. Deal, done deal.
Okay, good work.
Good work. Hello.
Hi.
Hi,
Can
can
you,
you hear us?
sorry, can you hear me? Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Sorry, it took a
Yes.
my computer to unfreeze.
Oh, it happens. It
It does.
happens way too often, unfortunately.
Yes.
It's good.
Yes. Well, welcome and thank you for joining us.
No, I'm sorry. Thank you guys for inviting me. I'm like super excited. I listen to your podcast when I go on walks, so it's
Aw.
great. Yeah, you've had two of my friends on before as well. I love theirs. It was Tigist Germa and the Heathen, that is Michaela Bridge.
Ah,
Yes.
the heathen.
Yes.
Oh, that's
I say
awesome.
lovingly.
Yes. That is amazing. Both fantastic, talented authors.
Oh my God,
Are
amazing.
you guys all like local to each other? Like, are you guys in the same? Oh, amazing.
Yes, so we're all in Melbourne. And Mel, I think you're also in Australia, but I'm not
I
sure. You're in
absolutely
Melbourne?
am. And you might not remember,
Oh,
but I said hi to you at somebody's book launch recently. I was like, I'm going to see you soon, but it's okay. It's a blur as well. I never remember either.
Michaela?
Me
It probably was. Did you go to
Yeah.
Michaela's?
no, I didn't make Michaela's, but I
Oh.
was at somebody's. My last few months of life are a blur.
Okay, fair enough. Same.
But
Yeah.
I am
Well,
making an effort. I've been living in a cave for a while. I am trying to get out to more events lately, so you will see me
Mm,
again.
around, yes.
yeah,
Somewhere in
seeing around.
readings.
Yeah, get to
Mm,
all of them. I'm
I
saying
will.
that as a person that never gets to them as well. Like we always have a lot of book events here in my area, and I just by the time it happens, like it's already happened by the time I remember that it's happening. So yeah,
oh,
I
okay. So
guess
That's
like
I
just
guess
missed out.
yeah,
Mm.
that's
I
so real. The
it's a
last one
shame.
I went to was because Katya was like, "Hey, I'm going to the thing. Do you want to come with me?" I was like, "I didn't even know it was on tonight." So it's valid. It's valid. But
Yeah,
we will
yeah,
do better. We will do better.
Mm.
Expand my
yes.
Melbourne crew, and happy to expand today and have you as
Oh
part
my
of my
God.
Melbourne crew. So
Right.
excited to get to know more about you. And I just want to open with like the raging, like most important question of what is the strangest thing you own? Which I'm also editing to strangest or like most precious thing to you because I feel like it throws people sometimes when we say strangest. It could be something like precious, like an heirloom or whatever, just something that means something to you or like stands out in your life.
Okay, because I spent the weekend thinking of the strangest
No, no,
things
I
I
want that too.
own. I was looking around my room and I was like, God damn, I'm not quirky enough for this. I need to up my game. But I ended up like finalizing on something which I personally don't think is strange, and I don't think any dentist watching this would find it strange. In my room, there is a tackle box, like a fishing tackle box. Inside it is not fishing related stuff. It's just fake teeth, dental instruments like a mirror, little proby things that they use to check your gums. And I don't know if either of you have had a root canal, but they have these little files that go in your tooth where they just use to scoop out the nerve. And I have weirdly a lot of those from my dental school years. So that is probably the strangest thing I own.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I
Yeah.
think especially if a stranger went into your room, right, and
Yeah.
just found this tackle box, like
Who's this serial killer? Yeah.
I kind of love that though. I think we should leave that as a mystery. Like, don't tell anybody what you're doing, just let people into your room randomly, and
No,
let them
yeah.
see.
Yeah, I just tell them I'm doing like illegal backyard dentistry.
I love
I
that.
don't. I don't.
Honestly,
Yeah.
we need it sometimes.
Yeah. We are an expensive breed,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
True. Very true.
Mhm.
Yes.
Mhm.
So
But
that's
but
like
we appreciate you.
the other side of your career is
Oh,
dentistry.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I graduated as a dentist all the way back in 2021. So yeah, my my dad once called me, it doesn't really make sense, but I appreciate the pun. Orthodontist, like an author and then
Oh my
dentist.
God.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's a great pun.
I think it's
Technically, I'm
yeah.
not the braces dentist, but I appreciate the sentiment.
Yes, we'll keep it. Genius.
Yeah.
Your dad's a genius.
Genius.
We love that. Yeah.
Definitely.
That's so cute.
Yeah.
Well, what is something that you think about way too often? What's your Roman Empire?
I don't have like a specific Roman Empire. I go through the seasons, I think,
Mm.
when I'm like fixated on something. For the last year, it has been the interview with the vampire TV show. It's just been
Ah,
on my
yes.
mind the whole year. And I just keep seeing TikTok and it's great. I like all of them. And so just my feedback loop is amazing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've had quite a few authors dedicated to the show, absolutely in love. Now, I think I stopped on season 2 just because I don't remember why, but if I'm not wrong,
A
there's
new
like
one.
more to it, like additional, yeah, right, with Lestat,
Mm.
and then they're doing a
Yeah.
Queen of the Damned as well. Am
Yes.
I right?
Yes. Season
Cool.
4.
Are you all caught up with the new Lestat one?
Yes. I was watching it like weekly.
Oh my
I
God.
saw the joy on your face
Yes.
when you just lit up right now. Okay.
Yeah. Me and my friend like our favorite is Armand. I don't know if you have like yeah, the haunted doll man. He's amazing. Wouldn't want to meet him in real life. The actor's great though. My goodness.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm.
Don't want to
Yeah.
meet any of them in real life as the
Nah.
characters, but yes, all the humans
All
will
the
take.
humans,
Yeah.
they're great. Keep doing what you're doing. You're feeding me great content.
Okay. I'm glad to hear it because I was a bit nervous to watch the new one. I was like, is it still gonna feel like, but then it looks so good. I was like, I think they hit it, but I was just like
It's
avoiding it for some reason.
it's good. I will say I missed like season 1 and 2 had like the Louis voiceover, and he's a little bit pretentious in his voices, but his voice is really, really smooth, and you just very easily listening. Lestat on season 3, episode 1, chaotic. I have no idea what's going on in his mind at any time, but I suppose that is also the point.
Yeah, that feels
I'm here
correct.
for it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, getting back into it then. We're gonna have
Yeah.
to. If you say
Do it.
so, it's happening. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love it. I'm a big Queen of the Damned girly anyways. Like back in the day, the movie with Aaliyah was like my
Uh,
jam. So yeah.
Amazing.
So I
Yes,
can get down
yeah,
with that for sure.
great.
Okay. All right. You've convinced us. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yay.
Thank you
Another
for your
two added to the
service.
cult.
Yeah. Yes. Thank you for your service. We appreciate
Yeah.
it. Okay. Well, take us back to you and your writing, because obviously you have great taste in storytelling. So, like, have you always wanted to be a writer? Did you know this was always in the cards for you?
No. So I, not in like the traditional sense, I would say, like I enjoyed, because I was a reader, as most authors would be, an avid reader, and I loved to write, but I did not think could be a job that I could
Mm.
do, especially because like in Australia, most of the books that you do see are like from overseas, like those are the popular ones. And so in my head, I don't know how I got this like into my head, but I just thought it was a outside Australia
Mhm.
occupation, not one that could be done here. So yeah, most of high school, like I was reading, but it was more so preparing to like take exams, do my subjects to enter like the healthcare field. Um, and I didn't actually think about writing as a career until the COVID pandemic hit. So that was 2020. I was in my fourth year of dental school, which was supposed to be where they ship you off to rural, regional, middle of nowhere country towns where you can like, yeah, do you like basically they train you up to work as a dentist, and um, we got sent home because obviously when you're not allowed to be this close to people, let alone their mouths. We But they're like, nope, sorry, go home. And I was bored. We had nothing to do except, lectures on Zoom and, reading as much as I can. And yeah, I kind of was like, oh, hey, I remember this hobby that I used to have that gave me stress relief. And
Hmm.
I started writing a like portal fantasy, which I did not finish because I have a bad habit of not finishing things. Um, Let it go because the idea for The Prince Without Sorrow kept popped into my head. And I'm happy to say that's the only idea I actually finished, like did it from start to finish. And then I was listening to podcasts, writing podcasts at the same time, where all these authors were like talking about their publishing journeys. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is something that I could actually do. This seems kind of interesting, and fun. And yeah, that's how like the idea to pursue writing as a career sort of
Mhm.
began. A bit of a late bloomer, I feel. It wasn't ingrained in me from a young age.
No, I think that's really
No.
valid and relatable growing up Australian. Like you don't
Mm,
really think of I agree, like it very much felt, which is why I like pursued a overseas literary agent so hard because once I even like started to hear about these, I was like, wait, we can do this, but it seems actually I'm curious more about your
mm.
experience in the writing world in Australia. Like what's that been like?
So I'd be the same as you. My agent is not Australian. She's
Yeah.
from the UK. Yeah. I quickly found out like I don't think Australia has many literary agents who
Right.
represent fantasy novels. So that was immediately like a block. So yeah, I was on Query Manager, searching up, filtering out, oh, I do fantasy, etc., etc. And I mostly stumbled on US and UK agents. And yeah, my current agent, Maddie Belton, she is from the UK and she's wonderful. She's lovely. So yeah, not very Australia centered. My publishing, like Voyager, Harper Voyager, which has the Australian branch, like they handle events, but more so sort of take a step back and let the UK and the US usually deal with all the editing
Mm.
things. Mm.
Yeah, I
I
love to talk
wonder why
about
that
this.
is. Oh
Yeah.
yeah, go
No,
ahead,
no,
Mel.
you go, babe.
No, I was just so curious about that as well, honestly, because we've had, Aussie guests on. Obviously, Melanie and I have been doing this for forever now. And so
Oh,
it's
shit,
Oh,
why oh, did I
you
freeze?
froze.
you
Yeah.
froze, but you're
Oh,
back. You're back
okay.
in
I'm
quality in
okay, good.
good time.
I'm gonna have to yell at my kids again. Everybody's home, taking up the Wi-Fi. But no, I was just saying, like, I'm always so curious about why, like, it seems to be in the States, Canada, and then the UK, and then we don't, especially here in the States, like, see a lot of authors from Australia like breaking into the market, and it's always so like I'm always so curious about it because you guys are like fabulous and talented, and I want to know more about like the like Australia life, you know?
It's a mystery to me too, to this
Yeah.
day.
Yeah. I think we're
Mel, maybe
just
you could
that much
provide some
smaller.
insight.
I think we're just
Yeah.
so much smaller, and I don't want to attack our industry too hard, but it is a bit of an extra dinosaur in like a lot of ways. Like, for example, that's again the reason I fought so hard to get an overseas agent. Same, I was primarily writing fantasy. There was
Mm.
like one agent that I remember being open to it, and she'd been shut for like 5 years. And I was like, kept waiting and waiting. And then one day she did open, but it was like a super specific window and super specific what she wanted, and then it shut. And I was like,
Oh
ah.
no.
And then I mean, if you can afford it, there's pitching opportunities, and I've definitely done some of those too. But it gets pretty exy price-wise, and yeah, like again, it seems very, very narrow, the pool. So I like a lot of times at writing festivals, they tell us you don't need an agent. In Australia, they'll tell us you don't need an agent to get published.
Mm.
But I've never felt that to be true if you wanted to do it as a career. I don't know about you, Maithree.
No, I agree because I sometimes do hear of Australian authors who don't have agents because like they act as a middleman, right? So
Mm.
like there's a little bit of like difficulty in terms of like I guess securing rights and stuff overseas as well. So I would
Hmm.
say you definitely do need
Yeah,
an agent, but I do know a few without.
Yeah. It
yeah,
is
Mm.
so interesting.
yeah.
Um, okay, so once you started querying and then you found your agent,
Mhm.
what was the process like for you guys? Like, what was the lead up to getting published like?
We basically worked on editing the current book that you see behind you. It needed a lot of trimming down. It originally had three POVs, and so my agent gently suggested, oh, actually, no, I'm mixing history up. I'm a revisionist. My goodness, no, that's not what happened.
This is very relatable, so I can
I'm
edit
a
this part out.
revisionist.
That's not revisionist. No, it's like early in the morning. Forgive me. Okay. Before I submitted to my agent, it had three POVs.
Mm.
And so it was took up a large chunk. So I unfortunately I had to cut it down to two. It hurt
Yeah.
killing off one of my dear children. Um, when my agent got her hands on it, it had two. Um, so she suggested that the one of the main characters actually like be a witch because there is a prince and a witch in both of these. Originally, the witch was not a witch. She was just a normal human who had proximity to witches. Her aunt was one. And she was like, no, wouldn't this story make a little bit more sense if she was at least a witch? She has like a closer connection to this entire story. And I was like, yeah, that tracks. So it had a pretty big overhaul. Um, and we were working on it for like 6 months or so. And in, oh my gosh, what is time? 2023. April 2023, we sent it out to editors. On the day she sent it out, I was actually, I landed in Japan for a 2 week holiday because I was like, I have been working enough. Let me, let me take a break. Um, However, literally like a day or two after I landed, the offers came in. So yeah, I know. I was like, oh, I was expecting like a 3+ month wait for this. So in between that Japan trip, I was also juggling Zoom calls with editors, which is like amazing. I did
Wow.
not think that was a thing that would happen. Yeah, all the editors that I met with were really lovely. But the one that sort of got my vision for the story more um ended up being with Harper Voyager, which is who I ultimately went with and who published the book. Yeah, she was like, "Oh, I understand that this story is about a bunch of like loser siblings fighting each other," and I was like, "You get it, you get it, love that."
I love that.
That's
Can we
amazing.
expand on
Yeah.
that a little? I'd love to hear more about this theme in your book. Is it like a central theme guiding the book?
It is in a sense like it is there is a lot of family infighting
Mm,
because in the story as I said, it follows a prince as one of the protagonists, and after the death of his father, it sort of leaves the throne vacant. Technically, you would assume that the oldest gets it, but the other two are kind of like plotting behind the shadows, trying to claim the seat. And some I do get people asking me like, "Oh, why are these siblings so toxic? Like, where do you get where does the inspiration for that come from?" And my answer is always, I have two younger brothers. I don't go and poison and maim mine. That is illegal. However, as as siblings, like when you're kids, you're always like fighting all the time, and then sometimes you might mellow out as adults and have a better relationship. But I basically took all that fighting we had in like our younger years and just dialed it up to 100.
mm,
Mm,
That's fun.
I'm gonna need
yeah.
it.
Yeah. Yeah, can you actually expand what can you tell us a little bit more about your book, like the synopsis of it?
Oh, yes, yes. Sorry, I was like
Oh,
vaguely
no, no,
hinting at
no.
that one.
No.
No,
No,
you're
you
so
answered the
Um,
fine.
question perfectly, but I want to know more.
Great. So The Prince Without Sorrow is the first book in a trilogy, the Obsidian Throne trilogy. It follows two protagonists. The first is Prince Ashoka. He is the youngest son of the Emperor of the Empire, Adil. And he is seen as sort of soft and weak by his father, thinking that he would never amount to anything. It also follows Shakti, who is a witch, or as they're referred to in the book, they're called Mayakari, which is just a translation of witch. Um, Her village and her aunt are completely, annihilated and murdered by the emperor. And so, in her rage, she does something the witches aren't supposed to do, which is curse the living. So she curses the emperor, and then this brings about some unintended, but you know what, like consequences that you she should have predicted, basically. Um, and it results in the death of the emperor, and brings both Ashoka and Shakti on like sort of a crash course, where they meet and they have to sort of challenge power and decide for themselves if it's something they want to take, um, in order to survive. So yeah, that is
Nice.
that is book one. And the book two, The Witch Without Memory, came out this year, and the third and final book will be out next year. Um,
Amazing.
God.
yes, I did forget to add the Ashoka is very, very loosely inspired by a historical Emperor Ashoka of the Mauryan dynasty of ancient India.
Mm,
So
Wow.
he is sort of I grew up in a Buddhist family, so he's sort of a notable figure, in that he used to be known as quite a cruel king. Um, and after a very sort of a horrible, horrible battle where like thousands were killed, he did a complete 180 and adopted non-violent like a non-violent pacifist lifestyle.
Wow.
So yeah, his epithet, he was known as Ashoka the Cruel, and then he was then known as Ashoka, like the pious, Ashoka the Great.
God.
Yeah, so mine, like there is sort of there's bits and pieces in my novel that allude to the historical emperor, but it's sort of a reversal. So instead of my Ashoka starting as cruel and turning non-violent, he starts off non-violent and sort of hating conflict, and he goes towards someone who becomes a lot more cruel and wanting to use violence to achieve his goals.
Mm.
Ooh.
Mm.
Okay. I am here for it, honestly. When I was like, getting your bio and I saw
Mm.
the
Ah,
covers, like because you have the UK and then the North
US,
American, I guess,
yeah,
US
North American,
covers,
yeah,
they are stunning. And they're so different too.
yeah,
Like I would want all of them though, because they're all so gorgeous and captivating and like just like art.
yes.
Did you play like a big role in like getting that artwork, or was it like team, take it away?
It was mostly team takeaway, but for the UK, the editors asked me like, what kind of artwork are you thinking? What sort of style? Anytime someone asks me about art or even picturing characters, it's very difficult because I actually can't even picture my own characters in my head. They're just word descriptions. I can see their hair, but
Aha.
their face is like real, like smooth. I can't picture them. Um, so for the cover, I just basically said I would love a moody, ethereal, Ghibli-esque
Mm.
vibe. Because there's nature spirits and magic in this book, and that part was inspired by, I don't know if you've seen this movie, Princess Mononoke.
Girl, I've seen it like
Oh.
80 times.
Oh, it's great. It's such a beautiful film, Angela. Like the Studio
Okay,
Ghibli,
putting
I
it down.
love them.
I'm still
Yes.
working on Angela with anime, and
I'm
the
getting
Oh,
Studio Ghibli ones are the ones that I have said that out of everything she
yeah,
needs to watch because it's like, yeah,
they're great.
it's
okay,
everything.
putting it down. Putting it
Yeah.
down.
But this particular one, it's sort of a very bloody sort of like it's a meditation on the relationship humans have with the natural world, and the natural world is occupied by nature spirits. And so
Mm.
there's a sort of similar theme running there. Hence why I told them a Ghibli-esque cover would be great. And so I gave them a Pinterest board filled with like animals and
Mm.
specifically one of the movie posters for this particular Ghibli film. And they came back with a couple of artists and their portfolios. And they were like, oh, like, do you like any of these? Can you rank them in order of like most favorite to least favorite? Um, and we ended up choosing, like, thinking the same one was the best one. His name is Julian. He's the one who made both covers. But the first time I saw it, I was like, oh my God, it's so beautiful. Um,
Yes.
yes, this actually used to be the original style color was purple. However, they did feel that purple leaned a little bit too romanticy, so they cut it and changed it to blue because the book is not romanticy in the slightest. So I found that interesting. Like colors can change like how people perceive the book.
Mm.
Yeah, the US. Um, I this time I sort of gave them the US specifically. I gave them artists that I did like their particular art styles. Uh, they also like the one that I provided. I don't believe I've seen her. Her name is Tazia. I don't believe I've seen her draw animals before.
Mm.
She's drawn people. It's great. But she did a fantastic job with book one, book two, and then the upcoming book three. So I don't think I had like that much creative control. The UK specifically, they just do their own thing and come back, and I'm like blown away each time.
Mm.
Dude, the
Yeah.
UK knows how to do covers. They know
Yeah,
how to do a cover.
cover,
Like it's
yeah.
so good. Yeah, and yours seriously are so stunning. So yeah,
Thank
l
you.
lucky you because those things are good. Oh my God.
Yeah. So the cover for the first book, they initially had a leopard, but the silver foil on the cover, and there would be silver like rosettes on the leopard, but apparently it looked too much like a blob because they were too concentrated together. So they got rid of the leopard completely and added a tiger instead. Like these are things I don't think about.
No,
That's so cool as well,
never.
to see like the artistic vision, like to see other people
Mm,
how they process your book is so cool.
yeah.
So yeah, they are stunning. I want to
Thank
ask
you.
you, like through this whole journey, like, is there something that surprised you, or like good or bad?
I am surprised at how much I can still procrastinate on deadline. On deadline. I thought being given a deadline would mean I won't procrastinate, but I feel like old dogs cannot learn new tricks. I am still like holding off until maybe halfway, and then I'm like, okay, gotta lock in. I have to sort of get myself out of this habit, ideally. I still have not. So that's probably the most surprising thing that is still stuck.
That's fair, honestly.
Yeah,
Yeah. And relatable. Yeah. I mean, it's like,
great.
why put ourselves through that? We know it's something hard's coming.
Yeah.
We'll get to it.
Like it's stressful when I'm actually in it, but to get myself out of that stress, all I have to do is just think, huh, this isn't the worst thing that could happen to me. The worst thing that could happen to me is I try to take out someone's tooth and it fractures.
Oh my God.
That is terrifying.
Yes.
That would haunt me. So this, fine,
Yeah.
okay.
Wait,
When you
you
put it into perspective.
Perspective, pretty much.
okay, like what happens if it fractures when you're taking it out?
Depends on the tooth, but usually if it fractures, you have to get like a specific drill to try and sort of slice that tooth in half, especially if the tooth fractures and the rest of the root is below gum level.
God.
Oh,
I don't know if you want to
okay.
hear this, but
Yeah.
I don't know if you want to hear this, but yeah, you try and get that out. So it goes from something called like a simple extraction to a surgical extraction because you have to now cut
Yeah.
bits of the tooth to take it out. So
Mm,
it's
Okay.
fun.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
could see where you'd be like, this is just a book. Like,
This is a book.
yeah.
Yeah.
that's a tooth.
Yeah, that's a
Okay.
tooth.
And honestly, I feel like you might need to do a tooth-themed horror at some point with all of these stories.
Oh my God, yeah, I would love to, but I don't know if it's something anyone would read. It would be like niched.
I think tooth horror has its all whole genre because of like like old wives' tales about like teeth falling.
Yeah. I
Mm.
have some colleagues that I work with, bless, she's so lovely. She's just like, Maithree, if you ever write about dentists, please don't make us the villain. And I was like, oh, well, technically you kind of have to be. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
hey,
like for a horror, you'd have to be a little bit villainous, I
Yeah.
well,
feel.
get those drills,
The
it's
drills.
just the
Oh, they're so
drill. It's
scary. Yeah.
yeah,
And
so
the anesthetic, the
oh
injections. I
yeah,
don't think anyone liked those.
that's true. That's true. Maybe you can make a dentist redemption arc
Oh,
for us all, you know?
Yeah.
Maybe that
reverse
could be you,
horror.
my three.
It could be
Oh
reverse
Yes.
horror
yeah.
where the clients are the somehow the horror element and the dentists are the people that are preyed on.
Yeah. We'll leave you
Uh,
to stew on that for a little bit for sure.
I'll stew on that
Okay,
one.
good. Well, what has been the best part of your journey so far?
The best part, definitely, it's just meeting authors and sort of building a community. Because it's a very isolating, it's a solitary job. Like you're always at
Yeah.
home in front of your laptop, writing all the time. So it's always nice to have people who also get that. and then like understand your journey as well. So I think community has been like finding author friends has been one of the best parts of this. I say as an introvert who doesn't like to leave the house, but I love my friends.
Great.
Yeah, bookish people are
Mm.
are just better. They're just easy
Yes.
to get or be around.
Yeah.
That makes
I love
sense. Yeah.
that so much. And it's so true. Like the right people, like you can be with them like indefinitely and
Mm.
it's fine. Like it's even a, yeah. But the wrong people, I'm like, get me out of this room 5 minutes ago.
Leave me alone.
Leave me alone. Well, I feel like our time is going so fast. I mean, we haven't hit on what has been the hardest part, maybe, for you through this journey.
Oh, this is easy. It's the hardest part when I write any book. It is to this day, I have not mastered the art of writing romance. It just doesn't come naturally to me. I don't know why. Um, so for book two, Ashoka has a love interest. However, my romance writing only goes to they hold hands. They look at each other from across the room. And my brain will not go any further. Like my hands turn into rat claws when I'm writing anything remotely like, oh, they're like near each other. They are touching. Oh, doesn't work. Ugh. It's like my
Just not
brain
it.
freezes. No, yeah.
Yeah.
My editor was like, Maithree, you should go watch a romantic movie. Like anything. And I do. I love like reading and like watching romance. It's just theory does not translate into practice.
Yeah. You know what though? Like I've just been thinking about this a lot because I've been lately reading a lot of like non-romance books and
Mm,
and I just feel like we just don't need it in everything. You know, like I think and
agree.
I think it should be okay. I know like romanticy is having such a huge moment, but also we should just have books that don't have that too. And
Mm,
that should be
or
just perfect, you know? Or
yeah,
just a little bit because
little,
sometimes
yeah,
that's
little
all you
crumbs of
need.
it.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
like to me, like what you're saying, like a little glance from across the room, that goes a long way
Yeah.
to so many of us. Like so,
Yeah.
you know.
I I ask whenever I'm stuck, I ask one of my best friends, like, because she loves to write romance. And her advice was, Maithree, use the five senses. And I was like, okay, cool. Um, but when you tell me use the five senses, I always think of that Eminem song, you know, the palms are sweaty, knees weak,
Yeah.
arms are heavy. I was like, okay, like being in love must be the same as anxiety. And but there is only so much that I can like make someone's palms sweat before it becomes a medical condition, or I don't know. Like, I run into walls even there, so it's an ongoing, evolving process. I like to think
Yeah.
one day I
Yeah.
could probably write a good romance, but it is a skill, and I admire any author who can write them well.
Yeah. No, it is
Mm,
hard. Honestly, it really is a
yeah,
freaking skill. So yeah, it's something you have to kind of flex your muscles with and get
correct.
there. And like I write romantasy and I'm still like, wait, how do you make this convincing? So yeah.
Like, what is
I'm
love?
gonna I'm just gonna quote Eminem from now on when I
Yeah.
write a story.
I think
I
we all
love it.
should.
Okay, well, we're down to our last few minutes. So,
Yes.
what is like looking back at all you've done, what is something that you like a bit of advice or anything that you would tell a younger version of yourself before you started this journey?
I think such typical advice. Read widely and read
Mm,
a lot. I think constraining, like if you want to write one genre, I wouldn't constrain myself to write like reading in that one specific genre. Reading outside of it would like it teaches you like a different way of viewing things, different forms of like styles of writing. I think, yeah, read widely, write a lot. I don't think I did that much when I was a kid. I wish I'd written more and like yeah, sort of built up that muscle a little bit. That's what I would tell my
yeah.
younger self.
Mm,
That's good advice,
yeah.
honestly. And something I'm like just barely now doing myself is like reading widely. And it really does. It just like opens your eyes to different
Mm,
aspects of storytelling. I think that's very, very good advice. So, yes. So thank you for
Yeah,
that
no
from
problem.
all of us.
For that, and thank
Yeah.
you for joining us today. I see like we're down to less than a minute, so it could cut us off at
Minute.
any time because I'm on free Zoom.
Okay.
But
Well, it was
thank you
nice
so
being
much.
on.
It
No
was
worries. Thank you
wonderful.
guys so much for having me on. You've been lovely.
Yeah. No, thank you, honestly. I'm so excited to read your books and just have them because they're pretty, as I've
Pretty.
mentioned.
That's, of course. I totally understand.
Yeah. And I'm excited to have another friendly face that will coax me out into the wilds of our Melbourne scene.
Melbourne. Yeah.
Hmm.
It's so
Gonna
cold
do it.
here.
Girl, it has been
Oh.
frigid. So, yeah,
Oh.
we need the sun to come back, but a little
Yeah.
cozy bookish winter event could be cute.
Of the publishing persuasion, of the publishing persuasion.